Over the next 3 hours, we hope to have conversations that will echo beyond these walls. And we hope to have a conversation that will bring or suggest implementable solutions. So let's start with the first session of the evening, Road to Change, Understanding Climate Change.
This is our world. And it is changing with climate change. Rains have reduced in Australia. In India, Kaziranga National Park has become a net carbon emitter. Only 25% migratory birds have shown up in Albania this year. In the UK, plants are flowering earlier than usual. The Amazon is losing its green cover. But the tundra is becoming greener. The world's coldest place is on fire. Animals and humans are being charred alike. Our homes are sinking. And our children are growing up in a dangerous world. This is our world. And it is upon us to stop this change. Let's start by understanding climate change. Session 1, Road to Change, Understanding Climate Change. The dialogue partners for this session are Ramina Gurib-Fakim, former president of Mauritius. Erik Solheim, former Minister of International Development of Norway. Ken O'Flaherty, the United Kingdom's COP26 Ambassador for Asia Pacific and South Asia. Divya Dutt, Program Management Officer of the United Nations Environment Programme in India. Moderating this session is Palki Sharma Upadhyay, Executive Editor of WION.
You here. I'll start with you, Amina Gurib-Fakim. You worked tirelessly on climate change. You have pushed for solutions, you've pushed for global solidarity, you've pushed for science-based efforts to arrest climate change. What does it feel like when you see that climate breakdown is happening faster than anticipated and the impact is worse than anticipated?
First of all, Palki, thank you for having me, and thank you for WION for giving me the opportunity to raise again my voice on this, what I call now an existential threat to humanity. Unfortunately, Palki, the world is still not waking up to this crisis, and it is for us, especially islanders, an existential threat. And I feel that until and unless we treat climate change as an emergency, we will not handle it as such. And this is, I think, where the conversation, the gap happens in the conversation. We are not taking it seriously. We are acting like that frog in that tepid water, which is gradually warming up. And very soon, there'll be no time for adaptation because we're getting too tired and we'll just end up in the boiling water.
Very well put, as always. Erik Solheim, you've had an extensive career focusing on climate change, on the environment, and you've pushed the private sector to do more. You've pushed for more investment in conservation efforts. But here we are, and in this day and age, national parks have become carbon emitters. What will it take for the world to hear the SOS call and actually act on it?
Thank you so much for having me on this important event. True, as Amina said, the problem is huge, but we are also more and more now stepping up to the plate and acting. And I will point to a few Bs which are now acting. First of all, business. In all nations, business are now well ahead of the political leaders, and no nation has even close to acting in the way like say, Microsoft is doing in the US, IKEA is doing in Europe, or April, the world's biggest paper and pulp company, is doing in Asia. Secondly, Brussels, the European Union, is regulating markets in Europe in a completely new way. thirdly, Beijing. China is now the lead on every single environment technology, whether it's solar or wind or green hydrogen or electric mobility. China is the lead nation. And fourthly, Bharat or India. Prime Minister Modi has put India on a completely new trajectory, launching the green hydrogen mission for India, going big into solar. Very soon, India will be the second biggest solar nation in the world. So I see a lot of reasons for optimism also, while the problem is big. But we have acted more during the COVID-19 than we did for many, many years before. I think in reality, we have done a lot more in the last 2 years than we did in the last 20 years before that.